Minecraft's enchanting system is a machine that turns lapis and experience points into disappointment. Hello, my name is Chuck Ross, and we're playing Minecraft. And oh boy, has this been the worst. Is that another chicken jockey? It is! Okay. I can show you. Do I have any... I guess I'm using pumpkins. The one thing this is good for, aside from just getting experience, is... That was my last arrow. Cool. Nice. Okay. Quiet down. That is, in fact, the second lava chicken record that I've got. And man, that has not been the most fun experience. I don't know how much lapis I have lost to this, but it has not been exactly the most fun. I have been a little busy because once I realized that the enchantment system is not going to do what I'm wanting it to do. I don't know how other people manage to get so lucky with like great enchants right off the bat, but that is not my luck. My brother and I are absolutely convinced that at some point they broke the enchanting system. He thinks it might be because they added so many enchants, but I don't feel like it's just... I don't feel like it's that. I feel like there's just something wrong with it. I don't know. But I never... I don't think I've ever had good luck with the enchanting table. It has always been meh at best. Maybe once in a blue moon I get something like good. Like I think the fortune pick is the example of that. Everything else is pretty bad. I suppose part of it is that when you used to play the game a long time ago, it was more normal, I suppose, to, enchant 2 or 3 items with the enchanting table and then combine them and get something better out of it. But I don't know about that. So in the meantime, I have gone and lit up quite a bit of this mountain, actually, from just past the village over here, even some of the forest around the sides, all the way to not quite the village over there, probably about to that hill with that tree on it. I have also gone and gotten a couple of librarians and 2 farmers way down there because it's just the easier way of doing things right now. If you're wondering what this is, I remember that you can actually waterlog leaves now, and I wanted to see how close the water had to be in order for it to actually get to the dirt. And it turns out it has to be like surprisingly close. For some reason, I thought this would actually work. I don't know why I thought that, but it obviously, as you can see, does not. So, that's cool, I guess. I do have a fortune hoe now, which is nice, but it is also almost dead. However, I have a couple of books now. All of these mending, some sharpness, some looting, respiration, all that. I've been keeping a notebook of everything that I've got and what I have it for. I got the unbreaking and then took a break from the game, came back, got another guy with unbreaking, and I was like, oh wait, this is cool, I need this one. And forgot that I had just done that because I didn't look at the book. And I should have. So these are the ones that I've got. These are the trades for them. Some of them are okay. Some of them are pretty good. Most of them are honestly just the first one I could get. Okay, so ranting about the enchanting table system has also made me annoyed at the progress of getting, like, enchanted books out of the librarian, which, don't get me wrong, it's significantly better than what it was before the whole, like, oh... You guys again, huh? I don't have any arrows on me. Hopefully you will just go away. Anyway, it's the system is definitely better than it was before they had the villager trader and buff thing. I think that was the Village and Pillage update, I want to say, which was probably like 4 or 5 years ago at this point. It bothered me that I couldn't remember the year that Village and Pillage came out, so I looked it up. And it's 2019. That's a long time ago. No. What do you mean Village and Pillage came out in April of 2019? I saw looting like once. Looting 3. Like obviously I'm looking for the best version. Sharpness, I never saw a sharpness 5, so I just took what I could get with like the 17 for sharpness 4. That's pretty good. It's on the lower end of the scale thing that they do, so I was okay with that. I'm okay with just having to combine those two, so that is what it is. Feather falling, I didn't see that until like the very end of me looking for that. And at this point, I'm like, I mean, I would like to get some other stuff, obviously, but as far as like absolute necessities, I feel like that's about it. But I do have some okay equipment. So these two bows, I will just probably combine, I think. 24 versus 22. That's kind of rough. Oh boy. I mean, it's a really good bow. It's just that's a lot. Nice. Finally, a good bow. I no longer have to worry about the chickens. I have bred those guys up so many times. So many, in fact, that at some point I just decided to make probably the worst redstone ever. So when I want to get more chickens, I would just take this, go up here, fill this up. Usually I kill these guys first. And then I would just do that and let it fill it back up. It does exactly what I need it to, which isn't a high bar, but it does the job. I thought you were nearby. In the meantime, I can finally get my... let's go ahead and put mending on it. And I think I've got an efficiency 5? No. Okay. I've got a guy, right? Yeah, that was the first guy I got. 4 versus 2. Let's go 2, and then 5. Okay. So I think the mending kind of took all of my emeralds, which is fine. I can get them back eventually. Actually, I should probably go ahead and put mending on just about everything. That way I can at least heal it back up and not worry about it getting broken before anything good happens. And we will actually go shovel. Oh, I guess we're not going shovel. Do I have a sneaky little experience down here somewhere? Not enough. Okay. I need the shovel, actually, because I'm going to remove these hills here and build my first little house. But I think I do actually need to get geared up a little bit. So let me do that, and then I'll be back. Well, I got everything healed up and mended. It's going well. Yeah, okay. I even have a pretty decent sword now, which I'm pretty happy with. One note about this. It works fine. However, I think I miscalculated the drop of the iron golems just a little bit. It works like 98, 99% of the time, but I have had maybe 2 that survived. I think one fell to like... I think it actually saw the zombie somehow and like ran off the side and ended up here. Or maybe it landed on the side here. I don't know. Either way, I've had 2 survive, which obviously stunted iron output a little bit, so I will have to rework the drop itself. But other than that, everything else works. It's just my drop is not great. So I will do that at some point. It's not been the biggest deal right now. But in the meantime, I have got a couple of hills to remove. And actually, since I'm here, now that I finally have a Silk Touch axe, I can go ahead and collect these beehives. All right, so I'm hoping this is full. It is not. Okay. That one is. Nice. Oh, that is a thunderstorm? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta fix that. So I'm not entirely sure how far I'm gonna take these down yet. I didn't put Silk Touch on either of these. Okay. I might have to do that. Either way, that's a later thing. As of right now, I'm just gonna take these down. Probably, I might take them all the way down to like here. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, both of these are gonna go, and then we can get doing something else. Didn't even put Silk Touch on my shovel. Oh, so nice. I really should get Silk Touch though. I'm getting Silk Touch. There we go. Now we're talking. Well, I have removed the hills from the hill. So now I'm going to have to remove the trees, which is going to have to happen anyway. I will have to move the chickens and the cows. I might go ahead and move the farm as well, kind of just pack it all up and put it somewhere else for a minute so that I can get an idea of where I want to actually put the house. Where the little bumps have been removed, and I think it is time to start building. I already kind of know what I'm going to do because I know generally what this is going to look like. So I know that I am building, what do you know, once again, another American Foursquare house because I like them right now a lot. I have never gotten architecture stuck in my head before, but for some reason that's where I am. I have the American Foursquare kind of stuck in my head. And I think we're going to go with spruce for the main walls, and then I think we might go pale oak for the accents. And I will need more deep slate because I think that would make a good roof. I will do that eventually. Right now, though, I think we can get laying down the foundation. And I think I do actually want it basically in the middle where my sort of setup was. So I think we're just going to go with probably... I might need a little more, but that should be good for now. I don't need to find like the exact middle of this area or anything, but I would like to have it generally centered. So we're going to try to do that. This actually should be basically right on the spot. I think it's close to the center. I kind of think that maybe a little farther this way and kind of that way, probably. Can I bucket clutch this? This is going to be dumb. I'm not going to survive this. Oh, yes. Yes, I will. Because I'm a pro. So let's see. Let's go. The front corner will be about here. And as far as size, I think, let's see. Let's go 15. I think 15 is good. That gives me a middle, and it's a decent size. So that's 3. That feels about good. I want it to be a little larger than I would originally think. Because like a lot of them are actually pretty small, the American Foursquare. I did buy a book actually about the American architecture throughout the years, and I haven't read the full history on the Foursquare, but essentially it became pretty popular because it's really easy. Just you build a giant square box. Do I want to make this out of slabs? That might go faster. I think I'll do that. Now, what's cool about the American Foursquare is that it was sort of designed that you would take, basically a box, and you could, fit the rooms that you needed in there. It wasn't exactly the largest house, for sure, but also because it was everywhere, there were so many different additions and little modules that you could get for it or build yourself that they became really, really individualized in a lot of cases, and it's really cool. I'm now tearing out the floor because I actually want the floor of the building to be 2 blocks up. And then we're going to do the front porch section, which I think will go with the door in the middle. And then we'll go out, I think, 3 on each side. And then for the exterior of the porch, we're going to do this. I might try these polished tuff on the corners to see if that gives a little bit more of a difference there. Okay, yeah, I like that. I might do that on all 4 corners, actually. So if I put windows on every side, they're going to probably be about in this spacing. So like the front door is on the opposite side of here. So that's the middle of the building. 2 blocks, window, 2 blocks. So I think what I'm going to do is I might have, because this is going to be the back porch, and the back porch is going to kind of wrap around a little bit. So I think I'm going to take that to the center of this side, and I think we'll have that come out 4 instead. And then, is that the same spot? It is, okay. And on the back where the door is going to be, I think we will actually do it straight to here. I think that's what we'll do. And then we'll have the actual back door being kind of on this side. So this is the footprint that I've got. And as you can see, this is all based on just a square box that I then add a little bit to. So here we have I think I'm going to go front porch. And then we have this sort of wraparound back porch. And this jut out, I'm imagining a dining room. It could be a study or just like a sunroom. I don't know. So now we just lay out the actual walls. And that'll, I think, give you a little better of an idea what this is going to look like. So this is the porch. This is actually where the wall starts. Yeah, okay, that's good. Now, I'm going to get the walls up. I think I'm going to do 4 for the actual space and then a 5th for the floor of the next, floor. I think I might actually leave this looking new. I would normally go and texture this a whole bunch. I think for now, I'm just going to leave it as is, as if this is like a brand new building, or at least well kept, I guess. For where the floor goes, I'm going to do a row of stripped spruce, just to kind of give them a little bit of a differentiation. And then we'll do the cap on the side there. So what I'm going to do, I think, I had this idea while I was planning out the layout. I think what I'm going to do is actually have this part of the porch actually supporting part of the second floor. So this second floor will actually come all the way out. And then we go up another four or five blocks, I think. I think we'll just do 4 for now, just to make sure that's the right size. You know, I kind of like the idea of doing the overhang over the front porch as well. I think that'll give it a nice look. So I might go ahead and do that too. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. I think what I need to do right now is actually mine some deep slate because I want the roof to be deep slate and I don't have nearly enough. Like I think I've got 2 stacks maybe. Yeah, like a stack and a half. So I'll be mining deep slate for a minute. So I'll be back. Well, I am back from my mining expedition. Pretty successful if I do say so myself. And I think I'm going to trim the house and the roof with the pale oak. So I'm going to get the pale oak up first to sort of mark out where I need to be with the deep slate. And we can get that up. For this bit that sticks out, I think I'm going to go with an A-frame roof, and then the main section I'm planning to do a slope on all 4 sides. And we'll go with the tiles, because those look more like a roof. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with this section yet. I could do 2 points, but I feel like that would look weird. I'm not sure if this will work, but I want to give it a try. I think I'm going to try doing the corner up to the steep of the roof, or whatever you call that. I think I'm going to try doing that in the pale oak. I think that could look kind of cool. The question is, do I want to do it here as well? Because this is kind of the same thing, but not like exactly. I think for now we'll go with less of that because I think having it in specific spots will make it look better. So I've been working on the roof, and I actually really like this white stripe down the middle. I'm not a huge fan of this. This makes sense as a roof. However, it just doesn't look right. Probably because it juts out that way. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is actually tear this one down and then make this same as that one where it's the pyramid roof. If I flipped the roof 90 degrees and had the A-frame facing, I think, east, is that east? West, the opposite of that actually. Even if I had it facing that way, I would still end up with this sort of thing on this side, unless I took it and just ran it all the way to the end, which would look weird. I think we're just going to make it a point. So next up, let's get the porches going. And let's see, I think I want the polished tuff walls. And then we go to make a whole bunch of fences and fence gates. Oh yeah, that's coming together. And the gates will go along here. And the fences will go up from the walls, pulling the support for this part of the building. And then the back porch. I have inadvertently set up a rule when making these porches that the fence has to go over the polished tuff. So I am going to make sure that that is consistent for now. Next, I'm going to do another overhang, I think, for the porches, just a little bit. I'm going to give this a try on the smaller porch first because I'm not entirely sure if this will work. Looks weird right now, but... So then we come down here with a trapdoor. And then we go and make another stack of fence gates. And turn. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. I gotta be honest, I am so glad that I made a bamboo farm. Because it would have been... It would have hurt my soul to try to turn any of these logs that I've got into sticks. Into that many sticks. That would have hurt. Alright, I'm trying something a little different on this side. I want to see if I can get rid of the deep slate and just put the trapdoors directly over the fence. I think this will look good. Alright, and if we get over here, we can actually look at both of them. Okay. I do like this one quite a bit. It's very subdued. Or it doesn't stick out as much anyway. Whereas this one, it does stick out, but I don't hate it. I will say though, looking between the two, I think I gotta go with this one. So I'm gonna take that one down and get rid of the deep slate and fix this one. Okay, so I have been doing a little bit of work, a little bit of adjusting, because I went to bed, came back, looked at a couple things, tweaked a little bit here and there, and I think I have got a pretty good winner on my hands. So let me get some of this glass together. I had to go like, I don't know, 200-300 blocks that way just to find enough sand to do anything with. But look at it. Oh, it's so good. I finally got the windows poked in. That's what I was going to do. I was going to grab, actually, I should have enough spruce over there, so that's fine. Yeah, so first of all, I woke up, came back, and was like, you know what? I actually do like the roof that juts out a little bit more for the porches, so I went and did that. However, I replaced the trapdoors with the bookshelves. Where did my food go? There it is. I also went and did the slate stairs there, and then filled in the block there, just because I think that kind of fills the roof in a little better. And then did this kind of thing with the supports for the sort of awning, I guess. I was trying to use fences to figure out how to, like, make this feel more... Not there. Make this feel a little more supported. I cannot hit that hitbox. There we go. Yeah, I was trying to do something like this to, like, make it feel like there's a little bit more of an arch going on, but I just don't think I have enough space. And I also don't really think it's necessary. So I'm going to, I think, do stairs for the bottom of the windows. That just always adds a really nice little layer of just a little extra dimension to everything. And let's go ahead and make those into glass panes. I think we'll just do a stack of those for now. Now that I have a Silk Touch Axe, that is not a problem. That's nice. I personally really like the light gray stained glass. I think it kind of blends in well, but it's not like, it's not super muted. It's just kind of nice, honestly. There isn't quite enough room in this kind of house to do like the double wall where you can get like the two different kinds of glass panes to make it look really cool. But on a build this size, I think this will look just fine. Another thing, whoops, that I'm going to do in a minute, I haven't decided if this is going to work yet, but I'm going to give it a try, where I'm going to go up, just to give you an idea, I'll go ahead and do it here on the corner here. I think I'm going to come up, take out this entire corner pillar, and replace it with just the shaved spruce logs going all the way to the top. I think that is going to be a winner. I think that's going to frame it out pretty nicely. Yeah, that's absolutely the right choice. Okay, so I'm going to put in the window bottoms. I'm going to put in the corner pillars. And then I think we'll fill in the windows, and then I'll get the awnings on. The awnings are a really lovely touch that I just... Once I kind of started doing them, I'm like, oh, I'm never doing a build that is even vaguely modern again without doing them. Now, as far as interior, I plan to actually live in this house, so I'm not going to go crazy trying to decorate it with, like, you know, all of the things that I would normally put in a house that I'm just building for the sake of building a house. Because there's definitely a difference between, you know, building a house in Minecraft, and then there's the house that you can actually live in Minecraft, and those interiors are very different. There we go. I forgot how much they blend into your UI. And yeah, if you have access to dark prismarine, I'm sure you already know this, but that makes a super nice roof. Especially for like this era house. It just looks so good. See, then I think we'll get some podzol and do a little bit of garden around just some of the corner areas around like the porch and stuff. Okay, that is pretty close to finished. Let's take a look here now that the windows are in. Oh yeah, that's looking so good. I really do love this style of house. And I hope that I kind of got the point across well, but it's just starting off with a square building, and then you just build little attachments off of it. It's very modular in that way. It's kind of similar to the very, very blocky, sort of very hyper modern style like buildings, where you just have block, block, block. Let's see. So for the awnings, I think I'm gonna do pale oak for the top, and then probably trapdoors for the bottom because they're not nearly as expensive as the bookshelves. Like the bookshelves aren't terrible, but they're a little more expensive. I mean, obviously they look great. It's just the conversion rate is not great. Actually, they might be a lot closer than I think. So for the ones under the awning or the porches, I'm not going to bother with. However, for these, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to need the dirt, which will go here, and then slabs on top, trapdoors all the way around, and then you close them. And yeah, it just gives it a little bit of an accent on the giant just brown wall. Historically, this would have been used for like temperature control before, like, you know, AC and all that. It kind of keeps the sun from beating directly onto the window, which keeps the house cooler. And then when modern air conditioning was invented, it became a status symbol to not have these on your house because, oh, well, you have awnings on your house. What, are you poor? Turns out, actually, if you had left the awnings on, your air conditioning would be more efficient. So, yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, let me get these on real quick. Oh, man. Have I mentioned that I love this kind of house? It's so good. Oh. So, next, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? I need to get some flower beds in. Well, I finally got it all done. I got all the awnings put on the windows. I even got the little flower beds sorted out, which I think are nice. I decided not to go too crazy with these because, I mean, it's just a flower bed, you know? And I feel like kind of staggering the bushes around kind of looks nice. I threw the wild berries in there because I wanted more red, I guess. And a little bit of the dead leaf litter with the bushes in there looks pretty good. It's not really a thing that you're going to notice, but I like it. Just a little bit extra. I hope you guys like this house. I certainly do. I kind of want to throw another color at it, but I'm not really sure what or how right now. If you have an idea of what color I can throw at this, like I guess I could like incorporate like a blue or a red like the roses in there. I'm just not sure where I would put it. I guess I could do on the awnings and like the porch railing maybe? I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Chuck Ross. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.